Oh, hey guys. Thank you for coming up. No, I told him I pushed him, but no.
I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay.
Hi guys, my name is Yoatzi and welcome to my new YouTube channel. So for those of you that are coming from my brother Louis' channel, I wanted to say thank you. So actually, I'm the real reason why he started recording his YouTube videos, if you didn't know. And eventually he decided to do them, and I mean, he's amazing, so you're welcome. So for my first video, I decided to do a story time, but if you guys want to watch anything else, I'm super open to do anything else you guys want me to do. So the main reason why I decided to make a story time for my first video is because I think this story that I'm about to tell is pretty relatable to girls in high school. And I wish that back when I was in high school, I would have gotten a heads up about some of the things that go on just so I can be more aware, because some of the girls in high school don't have a clue about a lot of things that go on. So my story begins with me as a sophomore in high school. I was in the cheer team, and honestly, like before high school, I was always like super innocent, didn't really know anything. I wasn't one of those cool people, you know. I mean, my first real big thing in high school was when I joined the cheer team. I started talking to a whole lot of new people, talking to people that I never thought I would talk to, you know, the cool people. And I wasn't used to attention or having lots of friends. My coach, I think it was my coach or the captain, had gotten the idea to perform in one of our rallies with our football team. So that sounded pretty fun because, I mean, if we threw stunts with the guys, they would throw us super high and we were all super excited. We're like, yes! So before the rally, we had a couple practices with the guys, you know, got to meet a lot of them. Most of them were seniors. There was a couple underclassmen, but from what I can remember, there was a lot of seniors. And I guess the football players at our school had a thing where every year they would choose a cheerleader to gangbang. And for those of you who don't know what the word gangbang means, is when lots of guys try to have sex with one girl. It's super disgusting. Oh my god, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So I guess at the time, the guys, every time they were going to our practices, they already had an idea of what they were trying to do. So innocent little me and like everybody else, because nobody knew that this was their plan, they were already looking for someone of who they wanted to do this to, because I guess they always did it to a cheerleader. I honestly had no clue. And so the rally came and it was pretty fun, whatever. And then the week after the rally, I noticed that a lot of the football players, especially seniors, they would come up to me a lot and they'd be like, hey, like, how's it going? What's up? And I mean, I thought it was a little weird because they would never talk to me before, but in my head I assumed, oh, you know, maybe it was because of the practices, they got to know me, they thought it was cool, whatever. It was still kind of weird though, because they would go up to me and talk to me. I don't know. I thought it was super weird, especially because I wouldn't get any attention back then. And as the days went by, one of them came up to me and it was like, hey, like, what are you doing on Saturday? And I told him, oh, I don't know. And I honestly freaked out because I wasn't used to any of that, like I mentioned before. So I said that supposedly I was going to go to, I think I said San Francisco with my family. I lied that I was going out of town. And then he said, no, you should stay over here. And we're actually going to have a party at Miguel's house. I'm not going to say names. So when I do this, it's a fake name. So yeah, he said, you should come over. We're going to have a party. There's going to be tons of guys, tons of girls. We're inviting more girls from the cheer team. And I was like, oh, cool, like a party. I've never been invited to a party before. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll think about it. And then after he told me, one of the other guys had told me, like, multiple times. They just kept telling me to go to this party. And then I remember one of the times, one of the guys that asked me was currently like the hottest guy in school. At the time, I think he was a junior, so he was just a grade higher than me. And honestly, he was really hot. And when he asked me if I was going to go to the party, I got really nervous, and for a moment I actually considered it. Because think about it, if the hottest guy from school asks you to a party, what would you say? I remember I got freaking nervous and I was actually thinking about it for a moment, like, you know what? He invited me, maybe he wants to hang out with me. You know, you start to create all these things in your head. I got pretty excited, and I mean, he was freaking hot. I'm not gonna lie, he was freaking hot. And I was a sophomore, so I was all like, woo! So like I said, I was actually considering it. But then it so happens that two of my guy friends that I was pretty close to was in on it too. It's so frustrating, but they were pretty close to me and they were part of the whole thing. Only one of them was a football player, but they were in on it. And I mean, they were my friends. That's fucked up. Oh, it's pissing me off right now just talking about it, but whatever. And then one of them, he accidentally slipped and ended up telling one of my cheer best friends. And I mean, hello, they're gonna tell me. So my friend, like the next day at practice, she like rushed to me. She wanted to look, she was looking for me everywhere until she finally found me and pulled me to the side and was like, hey, did you hear about the party on Saturday? And I told her, yeah, like I've been asked over and over if I'm going, so I'm actually thinking about going. And she said, no, you cannot go. And I was like, what the heck, why? Like, I want to go. I thought like a bunch of girls were going. And she's like, no, you're pretty much the only girl going. And I was like, what the heck? I'm the only girl going? It didn't make any sense to me. And then she said, oh, she was even like embarrassed to tell me, but I remember she like pulled me to the side and was like, they're planning on gangbanging you. Jesus Christ. When they freaking said that, I remember my whole body just like, chills all over my body. I freaked out. I was like, are you serious? Like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, like they're all planning it, especially the seniors. And then that's when she told me that every year they pick a girl from the cheer team and the gangbanger. That was the scariest thing to me because I hadn't even heard about that, honestly. I was freaked out. It was really scary. And I remember just like panicking, like the whole practice, that's all I could think about. Like, why would somebody want to do this to a girl? Like, the thing that pissed me off more was when she told me that one of my guy friends was the one that told her. That pissed me off so much because it's like, dude, are you kidding me? You freaking knew and you didn't tell me? And we had even hung out like a few days before and he didn't tell me. I remember after that whole thing happened, I went and I told him off. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, why wouldn't you tell me? I thought we were friends. And he was like, I thought it was a joke. Like, I wasn't even gonna go. I thought they were just like saying it. Oh, that was so frustrating. So after I found out what their whole thing was, Saturday came, the party happened, I'm assuming. I don't know if they still had a thing. I didn't go. And then the next couple days at school were super awkward for me because I would still see them and they would still wave hi. Like, you know, I wouldn't even talk to them. I'd just be like I'd ignore them or I'd look down. I didn't even want to look at them, like any of the football players, because I didn't know who was in it. So I just excluded myself from all the football players. I didn't even want to look at them. I didn't even want to talk to them. And for a moment, everybody would call me stuck up, that I was super stuck up in high school and I always had a face, but it was because I was protecting myself. Honestly, after that, I only hung out with 2 other people and it was just 3 of us, 3 best friends, because I didn't trust anybody else. I was freaked out and a lot of people didn't like me because of my stuck up face. So if by any chance my video gets out there and any of you fuckers decide to watch this video, fuck you, because you ruined my high school experience. I was super traumatized. I didn't even want to talk to guys. That was so scary. Like, why would you want to do that to a girl? The good thing is that at the time that was planned and they had told me it was the seniors, slowly I started feeling a little better because I assumed they were leaving, you know, and since I was a sophomore, I had like 2 more years, so I was a little better. So girls who are in high school right now, especially if you're a freshman or a sophomore, please be careful, especially if you're invited to parties. Whatever you do, cover your drinks, never drink an open drink. You know those rules. Just please be careful because guys are sick in the head sometimes. I'm not saying all guys, but some guys can be very, very immature and they can take things too far. Some of them are crazy. So just be careful whatever you do. Use my video as an experience to just keep your eyes open for things like that. Like I said, especially if you're going to parties or if you think something's off about like a bunch of guys wanting to talk to you or stuff like that, because guys talk. Honestly, they talk a lot. I'm not saying all guys are like that because it's not true. Like I said, just be careful, please. I wouldn't want an experience like that to happen to any of you because it's very traumatizing. So that's it for my story time. So I hope you guys really liked it, and like I said, I am open to do anything else on my YouTube channel, so let me know down below what you'd like to see. And if you liked my video, leave some likes, comments, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!